of the week is turning up his money.
Get in this environment, you know how important it's going to be, especially against a team like the Cavs. They're up by 5. 7 seconds. Gradient. Pass fakes down low. Good patience coming out from the vet.
That's a nice vet move. He had a shot open, but that ball fake made him open too.
Cavs Legion are up 1-0 if you're just tuning in. With the Hawks trying to fight back. And what a shot from Antoine late on the release.
Yank. I need more of that from Antoine. I need more of that.
CBS
Not the late part.
But the $1 million move part.
Yeah. Getting open, creating your shot, shooting that with confidence right when you're open. But he just got a greener.
Keeping an eye on this. It was 17-10. I always just like to keep track of the score, set a stone to see if there is a comeback in store.
I've seen enough of those, and we're only in our first event. I'm cool.
Oh, my goodness. Right over top of Cease.
He got that
Cease
badge
on Cease action.
He got that badge on. Watch your head. Watch your head, little homie.
Hawks are just a 2 away from taking game number 2 to tie things up at 1-1. As Subgoated found himself a lane. Slams that one home. All eyes here on Cease with his playmaking takeover.
2-time player of the week. Hasn't missed. 6 for 6. 3 for 3 from 3. He's outscoring the Cavs by himself.
Subgoated just got his 3rd foul of the game. You know that Harris was having some fun when he was talking with TV about fouling out of the game. The only player to ever foul out of a 3 versus 3 ball game. As Cease finds himself a lane. Oh, and a hot shot. This is for the ball game in game 2. Yes! Juan does it again. Gets a 3 in the first game, a 3 here in the second game. 22-14 is the score.
Well, already we know for sure we will not have a sweep. This series will be competitive. It's 1-1 nice and early. First game, Cavs came out loud. Next game, Hawks came out loud. These teams are coming to play dirt.
All right, and there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have us the ball game tied at 1-1 so far. We're heading on over to a break, but hey, check it out. So far right here in District E, things are better than ever. Coming off a clean 3-0 sweep from Pistons GT, we're now going right into
playing it over towards the middle. Sees now on the break, the quick drop dunk from him.
That was a very early error from Antoine. He came down court, put himself in a very bad spot. Gradient is a top block, so you put yourself in a bad spot like that, he'll make it hard for you to get out. And look what he did, forced turnover.
And now just down by 2. As, oh my, that angle was so tight.
You go so wide. It's so hard to really cut that off when you're that close and they go so wide.
Gradient. Antoine on him. They're finally able to get it over towards C's.
He is reaching.
He goes for it. He plays reckless. But hey, you play reckless, the reward looks even more satisfying.
Until it doesn't. Until you're reaching, and then your opponent gets to teach it.
Antoine trying to make it a 2-possession game again. Oh my goodness, loses it, blocked from behind by Gradient.
That is huge, and that's why I told you that dunk package looked cute when it worked. If somebody who could block right behind you, it can get tossed. It can get punched.
Sees with an easy lane and doesn't even dunk it. Just nice little fillet coming out there from him with the left hand.
I'm not mad that Sub go to stand home there. You are up 2. Only let them tie the game. That is fine with me.
Antoine out back at it. Flies down the lane. Had that 3 early. Hasn't attempted one since. Still getting the job done, though. He's getting very close to that takeover for Antoine.
Which would be huge. If they can get a 3 here from anybody.
Oh, what a walk back of hell from C's! Are you kidding me?
Again, shrink the court. They're in an overload there. Shrink the court and take him off of the 3-point line.
Oh, and they pull him out of the animation there.
Open?
Not able to get it, though.
Not open on a lockdown. Open?
Yuck. Block the shot, man. That's what you got to do.
He can't control that, though.
Sees over the hot shot. He'll pause for a second. A chance for the Hawks to take a lead here. Sees with his takeover. Working out in towards the middle. And Sees flies down the lane right over top of Antoine.
Watch your head. Way to pick a hand there. He does a quick drop dunk there by pressing up on the stick. He might not get that dunk, but he picked the hand there by pressing up in the hand he wanted. So that was like a right-hand dunk, so up and right.
Oh, Sub go to wide open for 3. You can't leave that man open, and they do. Cavs Legion take the lead back.
They got momentum, Dirk. He got badged. You do not give up a 3 there. Force them off of that line. Make them take a dunk. They have complete control now.
Sees on the left side. Down just by 2. And ball's going to be knocked away, and Grady will take this 2. Smartly so.
Uh-oh. He got lock badge, though.
Uh-oh.
Flukies. Hey, call for that screen.
Oh, my goodness. Is he saying,
I
don't care about your lock badge. I don't care about your lock badge. I'm going to go ISO on you. Antoine, only one adrenaline bar left. Gradient playing a little lower. Baits him into the shot. Cease down the baseline. Kicks it out to Antoine. 7 seconds to work with. Sub-goated on the flare-up. Defense is in order for Hawks Talon. They forced the miss and get the rebound.
They went from having complete control.
And hot shot for the ball game. He gets it. Another game winner coming out there for hot shot. He's got blonde hair.
Yeah, I noticed that earlier. I was like, is that hot? But yeah, I got blonde hair now. But they had complete control, Dirk. 19-17. Give up a 2, come down. It's no reason to ISO a lock with badge. A top lock with badge? Get the switch. Get the mismatch. Attack it. Win the game.
New hair, new me, same big shot, baby. There you have it. Hot shot and Hawks Talon run away with the 2-1 lead against Cavs Legion. Absolutely crazy, though, but we got to give love to the defense at the end of that game right there. Yo, JT, those boys, especially Gradient, was not letting anything past them.
Yeah, a top block with badge, top 5 block probably for the last 3 years. With badge, you go straight at him, and you don't have badge. You don't one time try to get that mismatch, try to get that switch. That's just bad basketball for the game. Bad basketball.
You're right. Hey, Dirk. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and send this over to Harris. We haven't heard from him in a while. I see a man back there with a gold chain in section 400. Harris, How you doing, man? What you got for us?
Melly, I'm doing great. Hey, blonde hair, don't care. Hotshot, the 6-year veteran, getting it done in 3v3 this year. He registered under 5 games played last year for Atlanta, but he has played in every single one in the 2023 season for Hawks Talent GC, and the move has paid off huge for Coach Maiello and company. He's shooting 67% from 3. He has been absolutely money from behind the arc. And hey, we've never known Hotshot as a defender, one of the only guys in the league averaging over 1 combined block and steal a game. He has been great on both ends. Shout out to the 6-year vet for making the adjustment when he needed to.
Yo, my man's Harris with the numbers. Thank you. We appreciate that. Hot shot is just as good as it sounds, man. On the board, on the stat sheet, the man is great all around. Harris, looking at this series, though. Oh, excuse me. Harris went away. There we have it. But, Dirk, looking at the series, though, Hawks Talent have all the momentum behind them right now. All right, one more game to go. You think they can close out?
I mean, they have to. If the Cavs make those same mistakes, I go to the same point that JT just brought up. Anytime that a lock badge comes into play, that is an immediate sign. If you're an ISO team, it doesn't matter. Get the lock off you, or at least attempt to. Someone set a screen. Because by the time that he finally got the ball over half court, he had one adrenaline bar to work with. That was it.
And then, like I told you, what point guards have? They have a shot at the beginning. Once you don't take that 3 at the beginning of a lockdown because they're playing glow, it's not there anymore. It's all bait. It's all a mind game.
We'll see how this one kicks off. Hawks Talent GC up 2-1 as shooting foul is going to be called there on Antoine.
Okay, the way they just tried to come out. The way they just tried to come out there, I don't like it.
And he takes this shot and grazes the shot.
It's because you said something, bro. Like, I'm sorry. I have not seen him shoot this many threes since last year.
And they get the steal there, too, coming in from Hot Shot. Seas gets another chance at this.
Hey.
And there you go.
This is how it goes. When you lose games, you're supposed to win. That next game, it gets rough. It gets hard. See, he had an easy corner read.
Man, there is so much momentum on this side. Now, Bentley brought it up, but now it's really starting to show as Antoine flies down the lane, gets him on the board. Just got to weather this storm. You got to find a way, right? We talk about it in the remote setting, sucking the air out of the room, taking momentum back in your favor. There's one way to do that remote. When you are in person, you got to make something game-changing happen to shut everybody up.
Yeah, and when that blown game in person happens, you feel so much worse, which is what that last game was. They had complete control after that 3 to put them up 2 and only be down 2, but that's the curse of 19.
Sees fading away in the right corner, breaks everything on that one. Needs to visit a chiropractor.
Yeah, he broke everything, and he really put them back in the game with that. Like, they had complete control. Now it's a 1-point game. That's the shot you can't afford to take, especially double team. When you had another teammate open, you can't shoot that there.
Oh, and the Cavs get the ball right back. There you go. That's the shift of momentum.
My point exactly. In threes, one play, your momentum is gone. One mistake, one bad shot, one bad turnover, one bad pass, one break, momentum is gone.
And the Cavs just take the lead. So it was quick 5-0. We're just talking about all this momentum, and now Cavs Legion fight back. They're up by just 1.
It's all it takes. That's all it takes. All it takes. One play, dude. One play.
And Cease flies down the lane, takes the 2 there. And I don't know. I love these situations in threes where it's just a continuation now of just lead change going back and forth.
So you're saying you like a 2's fest?
You know, I compare the 2's fest about midway through onwards, and we're about to hit the midway point, so I can live with it. Leads for a good finish.
Yeah, I can't argue it, but the only thing I can't argue is, can somebody give me a stop?
Hey,
can somebody play defense?
All right, there's the 2's fest of Ole defense, and there's the 2 fest of great as Hot Shot flying out of the right corner. The resurgence from this man finally getting a chance at 3 versus 3, and he's making the most of it.
How many times does he think they're going to watch him dunk? He don't shoot. How many times?
Oh, Antoine, he takes a heavy contested shot.
Once I say he don't shoot, he shoot a booger. He shoots something that's just unacceptable.
Gradient from the left corner gets it to go.
Like, The powers up here is crazy. I just said he don't shoot. He come out and shoot the worst shot I've seen today.
The players can hear us now too. Got to think of that as Cease. Has he missed a shot from behind the arc yet?
No, like that's bad defense by Hot Shot. You're up 4. Like I said, Antoine has hit, 2 threes in 3 games? Let him do what he wants to do.
And Cease will just fly down the lane, taking his easy dunks. Waiting for Antoine to try to come alive here in this one. Does have 4 points, but that turnover, delaying the takeover coming from him as Subgoda tries to take matters into his own hands. Finally gets it back over to Antoine. Still plenty of time to work with, and he flies down the lane. And the Hawks happily will just give up the 2 there.
And that's what that's what they could have been doing. If that's all he wants to get, and your point guard is getting up threes, you live with that. You make him dunk that almost every play. Drop every now and then, but giving up a 3 when that's all he's giving you, inexcusable.
Sees bumped by Subgoated. Walks it back, now over to Gradient. Under 10 seconds to work with. Barrels his way down the paint. Gets it out to Hot Shot. Now he drives, forces this one up, and a stop comes out there for Cease.
Gradient has to match him. Once he ball faked, he could have matched him easily. Got his own board. He missed, go up. Rebound, now you got an extra 14 seconds. You could get maybe something different. But right there, passing out to Hot, power forward on power forward with that little time left, or any time left, it's a power forward.
Oh, Cease rips him on the way up.
2-time player of the week. With the fluky.
And they'll go for a reset here now. Cease flying down the lane, and Cease can't get the block on it. Up by 3 again.
That's one of my favorite dunks on the game. It's nice, quick, and you can take off far.
And Cease will be whistled there, coming in for the reach.
They need a bucket and a big stop. They are down 2-1. Not up, they're down 2-1. Play with some sense of urgency.
3 here would be nice just to break that deadlock that they've been in. But Antoine will just continue to go take the 2s, relying on this defense. Maybe Subgoated and Cease can get you something.
They need it. They need it. Down 2-1. A stop right here could change the whole game.
Cease tries to go for the reach. He'll be whistled. So Hawks inbound it. They get it to Gradient. So much time to work with. And there's another reach. Start to burn through him.
Not bad, but it gives them a fresh 24, and the point guard will get the ball.
Sees now. Subgoated 1-on-1. Gets to the elbow, finds a lane, and even with the 2 bodies down there for Cavs Legion, still gets it to go.
I'm sorry. That slow, ugly dunk has to miss. I'm sorry.
How will Antoine answer back? Subgoated down low. As Antoine continues in his ISO, flies on through. 10 points now in the ball game coming out here for Antoine. You need that stop that we've been talking about for the past 3 minutes now, and they almost got it there.
It's mandatory because the way he's dunking the ball, he's taking what's there. He is trusting his defense to get him a stop. They got to get him a stop. Fluky or not. I don't care if it's fluky. Get him a stop.
If you're just tuning in, if Hawkstown GC do win this game, they'll move forward in the upper bracket when it will send Cavs Legion down to the lower bracket. And there's the stop that we were talking about. Antoine now in transition. He'll take the 2. Cavs Legion GC have the lead.
There it is. And it wasn't even fluky. It was just great on-ball defense by Subgoated.
And another reach. They continue to, they're going for it.
That's all you need. Get one of them. Now you like a shark. You see blood. Like Subgoated sees blood now. He's going to go for it every time. Wow.
Sees with it. Right at half court. Over top with the Blacktop Series logo. And he flies down the lane with one hand.
That's a great no drop there by Cease because Subgoated wouldn't have got there. He was reaching. So if he dropped and he hits that corner, he has no help for him. He has no rotation.
How will Cavs Legion respond? People on the edge of their seats here in this one. Subgoated will take the lane down the baseline.
A little bit of me wanted him to fade in that corner. A little bit of me.
There's like a part 2 when he first got the ball. I was like, oh, man, is he going to shoot this? Because we've seen him do exactly that. They'll go out to Gradient. And reach and foul going to be called there. And so they're really burning through. 2 for Antoine, 2 for Subgoated, 3 coming out there for Cease. In terms of fouls that they have in the game. And why not burn them up? You got plenty of them to work with. Cease, off-ball screen hits. Cease for 3. No! Gradient with the board.
That was a 23%.
Cease dancing around. He's got Cease on him. 5 seconds to work with. 4 seconds now. Trying to get a lane. What defense coming out here for Super Cease? They leave hot shot wide open. He knocks it down.
One question. Where is Antoine going? Hot shot never moved. Where is he going? I get you trying to maybe grab an early box out, but he didn't even move yet.
Thankfully, it was just a 2. And right now, if you're the Hawks, you're like, sweet, Antoine, keep living in your world. We maybe try to play for a chase down. But we know the likelihood. The Hawks have been stellar from behind the arc, whether it's been from hot shot, whether it's been from Cease. Having this dance potentially for the last time up top. Cease.
He wanted bad. He wanted
yeah,
bad.
he's going for it.
Two-time player of the week wanted bad. He's trying to send them home right here.
14 seconds to work with by the time they get the ball back. 10 seconds now. Cease from the right hash from way downtown. Oh my God! Oh my goodness, Cease! With the shot of the night thus far. Oh my goodness.
What did I tell you? He want to send them home right now. That is a big time shot. Big time players make big time plays with a shot by the 2-time player of the week.
I am stunned because I was like, I love the confidence there. I love shooting from that deep. But 9 times out of 10 in that scenario, we see that clank.
It's bricking. He shot it, it was chicken. Those are the shots. You gotta have heart. You gotta have that mental to really have that dog in it, to shoot that shot with confidence and green it. Gotta have that dog in it.
And as you see, the players reacting, their celebrations right now. They're turfing off on the main stage, and rightfully so. There you have it. Hawks Talent GC moves on 3-1 into the next round, staying in the upper bracket. We're going into the lower bracket right now, though. This is where things get scary, fellas. Dirk, now Cavs Legion, they're in the gauntlet.
Man, when we're talking about this lower bracket, how it shapes up, and the teams that are down there, let's just focus up on that. Some great ones that we've seen all year long. You're maybe going through and hoping that in this lower bracket, there might be one of these winless teams or one-win teams that have somehow been able to make a run and feel confident. You are running into an absolute gauntlet down there. You thought the road in the upper bracket was hard. Going down to the lower bracket makes it even harder.
Absolutely crazy. JT, with that series right there, Cavs Legion, they pulled up early this year, getting a whole bunch of wins under their belt. But right now, where it matters on land, they fell short.
Oh yeah, start today. What you did before today does not matter. It will never matter. When it comes up in person, that's when you got to come with your best basketball.
Hey, there it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got 2 upper bracket round games finished. Pistons with a 3-0 sweep to open up the day, which was absolutely amazing. And now it's all about Hawks Talent GC. Let's send this over to the main stage. We have Harris and the man of the hour right now, Hot Shot. Take it away.
Oh, thanks, Belly. I'm here with the 6-year veteran. By the way, love the new hairdo, love the blonde. It's looking good. We saw when you ripped it up. You've been such a huge part of this team for 3v3 this year. What does it mean to you getting able to represent your franchise like this?
It means a lot to me. I finally got to go out there and play 3v3 this year. I'm having a blast right now, I'm not going to lie.
Talk to me about Cease. Such a huge step forward for him this year. Been one of the best clutch shooters in the league. You saw how good he was last year. What's he been like this year playing next to him?
It's his second year in this mode. He's stepping more as a leader. He's been hooping, as you can see. He's the best point guard now in the world.
You guys were really good at threes last year, but no banners and a disappointing championship run. What's this week going to be like for you guys motivation-wise?
Last year was just motivation for us. We didn't make no money last year in threes. So we just made money this round. Can't wait to get on to the next rounds.
Blonde hair, don't care, hot shot, and Hawks Talent, get it done. Back to you, Belly.
Blonde hair, don't care. Who knows Harris with his puzz? You got to love it, man. But ladies and gentlemen, we're heading on over to a break. When we come back, we have one of the best stories in the NBA 2K League coming up. We have Team Glitchy, the community team that is taking this bracket by storm, facing off against the hot NetsGC. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. We'll catch you guys on the other side right here at District E. Welcome back to the most electrifying show on the road right now. You're tuning into the Coinbase 3v3 Slam Open worth $150,000 in the prize pool. This has been electric so far. But ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 series down, 2 more to go to close out the day. But before we move on, let's go ahead and check out Section 400, one of my favorite people on the planet. What's going on, Harris?
Thanks, Belly.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm actually going to let Harris talk here a little bit.
Wario and Don, one of the best stories we've seen this year and last year. But I want to talk about Mario, the point guard. I was going through his stats. They were blowing me away. 9 points per game, 2 assists per game, under 1 turnover a game, all while shooting 87% true shooting. He has been fantastic. We talked a lot about not elite shooter and his effect on team handles last year. As of right now, statistically, Mario is outdoing him through his first tournament. And now,
what's up, everyone?
I
appreciate you, Jen.
Against the number 2 overall pick, Greens.
We've played around with it a little bit. We're actually going to do things a little bit different tonight. Normally, like, you have me in this like watch party element kind of vibe because our games are kind of all over the place or sometimes not shown. But with there only being really one stage,
my gamer tag is Mario K.
Our games are guaranteed, so I'm going to give you guys an opportunity for the most part to kind of soak in the commentary and hear, you know, our guys on the main stage and give them the spotlight. I'll come in between games and kind of provide a little side commentary there, but this is going to be a good game. For those who haven't been here before, this is NetsGC Live. It's a place for anyone that supports the crew to kind of watch these games together with myself. This is what, the 3rd stream? And I think moving forward, we're going to have more people on stream with me. Just different guests. We've got a few lined up and then we're trying to line up. But obviously a lot of the focus kind of went into this. I really love the shirt Glenn is wearing right now. That is the shirt that the Brooklyn Nets gave away during their kids theme 2K day. That's the first ever. I was like 5,000 shirts were handed out.
And you're talking about NetsGC. You're talking about how good Greens has
that day, and
we had 3 versus 3. This is why we had the
first ever collab between NetsGC and Brooklyn Nets, so that was cool.
Like this. We talked about last year, it was just team handles all the way through up until when they get to the championships. We saw rim runners. Team Glitchy has a chance to do
What's up, Chris?
That no other amateur team has done, and that is
that's unfortunate. Was it a little bit more of a delay? Like, was it lagging, or was it just a delay between the YouTube feed and Twitch? I don't want you guys to fall behind. Looks like they're still warming up. Hey, Mom Streets, welcome to the stream. I'm gonna hop off here in a second and go full screen with the broadcast here in a bit. But the guys at NetsGC, they know I'm a little bit of a stat head and provide a lot of analytics for them.
Looking at the Nets, though,
I heard
we got a lot to say about him. The man has been
I heard Harris say something about their point guard, Glitchy's point guard Mario, averaging like a crazy percentage. But fun fact for those who care, ignore this for those who don't. But the point guard on the other team,
he is somebody that even going back to last year,
out of all of his shot attempts, only 17% of those shots are from 3. By comparison, the man you see on the screen, Greens, 45% of his attempted shots are from 3. So that's a massive disparity, massive difference in play style. So it's going to be interesting to see how the guys adjust to that defensively.
It's the first time
I'm getting hyped just watching Steve talk to Greens. His stage debut, that's awesome.
More to the community side, but you still got to worry about. That's why I think Steve's, how big of a vocal leader he is. He went and had a nice little chat with Greens before this.
But yeah, the numbers say the point guard on the other team, guys, look out for this. The numbers say that the point guard on the other team is more of a rim runner. So we'll see if he stays true to his numbers or if he adjusts something to kind of combat our defense. I know the guys have been locked in watching film.
He'll never be too rattled because he's really been here before. He's been in every level that you can be in. Finals.
All right, let's lock in.
Semifinals. Like, he has that experience, that composure to really calm his team down and lead his team.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. Upper bracket round 3, game 1. We got Glitchy and NetsGC.
I'm so excited to see how this one, we talked about the community team dreams staying alive. We do have another one that is down there in the lower bracket. We're talking about Glow Navy, Glow Skeetos, but all eyes here on the upper bracket and a chance to play. Spoiler, they're going to steal their first play of the ball game.
Hey, they here early, Dirk. I'm telling you, this is where you can really show the world what you can do as an amateur.
I'll give a shout out to Glitchy's actually got a coach behind him, Coach White, out there, close relationship with all the players that are playing here right now on this team. And that's another thing that we had brought up with the community teams. When they're remote, they don't have that coaching. Maybe they're in like a Discord call or something. So it's good, first time playing in a LAN environment, to have that. As Mara fades away, can't get that first shot to drop. But there goes Green with the offensive rebound.
Shot! Shot!
He had it, but he'll take the dunk.
He had all the time in the world. He also slided wide open.
See what Greens could cook up here. His first possession, in-person bracket play. They double team up high, they'll feed it down the streets. He takes his two.
A little too much reaching there. Hoping for a fluke stop up high. We got to play some minus D there.
And Mara flies down the lane. Dude, just bringing up this story again. Like, how crazy would it be for a community team to come out here and win one of these tournaments? Like, the championships was one thing with a run that Rim Runners made because nobody expected it. But, like, if they make a run here and they're able to do that, that is insane, especially if you do it through the upper bracket. As Greens walks it back, and he greened the 11%.
11%, and I think he had probably minimal take. I'm sorry, Dirk, it's no excuse. You do not need take to green a semi-bad shot or a contested shot. I won't call it a bad shot.
Dom will pass this over to Green. As now they give Mario the ball right here at the logo in the middle of the court. Nice little change up at the courts too. Got the NBA 2K League 3v3 Blacktop Series. Slam open signage everywhere. That's how you know it's official tournament time. As Glitchy does have the early lead now. We'll see what Greens can do after he hit that three, that previous possession.
It's moving. Oh, he just missed getting a contest there. If he would have pump faked, that was a wide open corner three. But I don't blame him for going up quick, not being baited. Can't bait a brain dead. That's what I was told.
That's what I was told too when I couldn't make passes. As Green lines up a shot late on his first one. And Green's on the other side. And we got another matchup. Green versus Greens.
Yeah, he's playing a lot too. Wario is named Green, but we're gonna call him Please Green. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, I've been hearing him call like Wario and stuff. I was like, let me see what the content piece says. But he said, I'm Please Green. So I was like, you know what? You do that? I'll call you that. See what Mario could do. Got some space. Could have had the three, but we'll take the two instead.
I've seen that too many times today. It's too many guards who are getting open very easily and not even looking for a three. That dunk will almost always be there.
And now up by three for NetsGC. Screen's getting ever so close towards that takeover. How will Mario respond? He's had a few opportunities. I feel like you just got to factor that into the jitters of being on stage for the first time. Then we say like there's shots you might take remotely that you're not going to really take in person until you get comfortable.
Yeah, and some people can come out here and just be built off the get-go. Like when you see how the energy is, it just hypes you up, and you're just like, look at that.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I'm talking about. Those are those shots where you just drop them. You know you can shoot. You know you're one of those ones. You know what you're playing for, and you came to play.
What a shot coming out there for him. That was an 8% covered on the green. 11-11 as they double team up high. They feed it down the streets now. Trying to mash his way inside. Should be able to get it, and he does.
I don't blame him for not dropping, but he just looked way too intent on going up. He could have dropped there.
Mario walks this one back over to Don. First shot of the ball game for him, and it's green. That's got to feel good.
The Nets are scoring a lot, so you can't give up all these corner threes when you're getting consistent twos. You have to limit threes.
Oh, the ball's going to be knocked out of play, but it will stay here with NetsGC. 11 seconds to work with.
He smacked it out, but he smacked it a little too hard, so it rolled out of bounds. Very unfortunate roll for them.
Greens with no adrenaline. Nice play coming out there with the checkup. Steez will be the one to slam that one home. They take back the lead, but Mario does have his takeover. They've been good shooting here thus far. A couple misses at the beginning. Will they make a pay? And Streaks makes him pay instead. Down the Steez to finish it off. and gets it to go.
Bro, we've been watching that all day. People take people out of dunks and it's open. Open. Like, how is it open?
I just read what the screen tells me. And streets will be whistled there for a foul.
I'm hearing run the play. So I don't want to put it out there that a play is coming, but a play is coming.
If we hear it, they definitely hear it because we're a little bit further
Oh,
away than
yeah,
everybody
like
else.
if I hear it, I know they hear it.
Mario cooking up. He's got under 10 seconds to work with, and he'll just scoop that one in with the left hand. But you need a stop in the form of what Streets just did to you. You got to try to replicate that in some fashion.
See, he had a 3 there. Every time he gets his dunk, that same way he gets that dunk, he has a 3.
Green's trying walking it back.
Great defense.
Good job by Please Green staying in front. Adrenaline completely gone. Now they're going to force the hand over to somebody else. Streets trying to go straight up. Mario walks this back. 4 seconds to work with. Maybe the slowest walk back in history. Green's fading away, completely blinking. No good. They get the stop. They get the rebound. Now a chance to take the lead here in game 1.
He got badged. Don't move a muscle. Uh-oh, get that switch.
Oh,
I'm telling you, like, I'm telling you, it's there. He has to stop overthinking.
And he blocks it. It stays with Glitchy. We're going back the other way.
Why did he get a layup?
I don't know.
Oh, I feel for him there. A layup?
Another chance at this one from Mario, and he just goes on his Steez was so close to blocking that
And then,
one.
Look, he got a layup one-off takeover. He's one-off take doing a layup.
Tough, tough, tough. So get out to Steez. Plenty of time to work with here if you're the Nets. Green zone. He is slowing down. He is slowing down. Texting it out for Steez. Wide open shot. Yes. Little Burn does it to put him up by 2.
Bad defense, even better offense. What an in and out by Steve. Don't dunk that. Don't go up that. Don't even go that deep. Your point guard has badge. Try to get up a 3, but man, that was a big 3 to give up when you had complete control in game 1.
Got to utilize the time here. So much to work with. As we'll see Mario with it. You brought it up, the playmaking takeover. Green's now switched into the play. This could be huge. He passed out of the shot. 5 seconds now. Has to get something, and Greens is all over him. Greens forces the bad shot. It clanks. Greens now with the ball. He has his takeover. And oh my God, sees!
Hey, no. Hey, I like the confidence, but we got to put that away. It's no way we're shooting that 2018. He could have passed out all that.
They get back. Oh, what a play! What a pass back! Mario from downtown, yes!
And that's why you don't shoot that when you have 20. He could have passed out, so I don't want to hear it.
We'll see what they try to do here. Lock badge comes into play. Streets will be the one to set the screen. Greens over on the right side. Mario now trying to stay front. He gets a grab. Greens for the ball game.
No, that was a clip. That was a play. That was the game. The number 2 pick, Greens has to green that.
Crazy. The shot from Steez where we knew the intention. Thought he maybe could have set his feet. Ended up getting a weird fadeaway. Greens misses that one. A chance for Glitchy to try to play spoiler here in this opening matchup to take game number 1. Anything wins it here for them. Back over to Mario. 10 seconds to work with. The spin! Oh my God! Mario with the spin dunk of dreams to close it out in game 1. Are you kidding me?
That is a move. A spin dunk for the game? First game as an amateur. That's how you close the game? I love it.
And there you have it. Team Glitchy on top, game 1. Mario with the flashy finish. That's how we do it in the NBA 2K League. Woo!
Are you kidding me?
That was dirty.
All right.
Bro, I haven't seen a dunk like that since back at the great duck of Lakers gaming.
Right. All right. Fellas, this has been absolutely crazy. Dirk JT, how you feeling about this?
Standing room only. That's how we feel about it, fella. We ain't sitting down at all. And for reasons like that, I don't know what was going through the mind because usually anybody with that open of a lane would just take the 2. I don't know if that's a little swag thing. Maybe they're like, sweet, let's get our feet under us. Let's start to get that confidence. Let's do something to shake things up, and they got it.
Dirk, you know what? When it comes to this team, they're used to the big plays. And speaking of which, we caught up to them to see what it was like hitting the big shot to make it to Washington, D.C. Let's go ahead and hear what they had to say.
Yes, when I hit that game-winning shot in Game 5, and we're like very close, it was a surreal moment. If I'm being honest, when I put the shot up, it didn't feel good, but it was green. So like when I seen that go in, I got a crazy adrenaline.
That's a tough one, chat.
Like,
If you guys
happy that I was able to make my dream come true right then.
just tuning in, NetsGC dropped game 1 to Team Glitchy.
Anything's really possible when you put.
It's tricky because you guys all saw we made a ton of defensive stops.
When it comes to the
Steez, Streets, both making huge plays. Greens forcing that tough contested shot. But unfortunately, we had 2 opportunities to close out the series. Steez let a deep one go from that left hash. Wasn't able to knock it down. The broadcast was super shook by how deep of a shot that was. And then Green's so good at getting that crab animation. And he had that open look on the right wing, and he wasn't able to knock it down. So I can promise you guys, in that huddle, the Nets, the guys not worried at all. They're looking at it like, okay, they let that one slip away. Let's lock in. The guys are on a 4-game winning streak, right? They're riding a high. This is the most confident they've ever been. They were down 2-1 to Mavs Gaming in the first round of the upper bracket here in the Slam Open. They were able to reel off 2 straight.
We got to this point for a reason. Dirk, I don't know what to say about it. Steez hit a big 3 earlier on in the game to help out NetsGC.
Definitely, we got this. This is where Steez's veteran presence helps. This is where Streets being able to, recall on his experiences of his rookie year and excelling on stage. He's going to bring that. Kurt's going to calm the guys down. Glenn, Kurt. This is a huge game, too.
Fade away from way downtown, which even then off a playmaking takeover, if you're a power forward, if you get the good one, still a tough one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see how NetsGC answer back. Fellas, give us that sweet commentary you got.
I saw your reaction when we were talking about that shot. It was tough.
You got to pass out of that. There is no excuse. But before we get too deep into this game, I apologize. I was just told by my good man Harris, Team Handles will reverse swept Dukes in their first time on this stage. So, amateur teams have shown up like this before, but man, it's a new year.
Yeah, I like that way of looking at it, Chris.
I'm gonna talk about what's in
A
front
good
of me.
feel-out game. This is our first matchup against one of the community teams, one of the amateur teams.
Could run. Is basically how things are going. And Glow Navy too. Got to still factor them in down that lower bracket. But for the Nets, right? When we're talking about the game that they just played, the missed shot from Steez, and then even the one from Greens, like the highlight reel play, couldn't capitalize.
That shot was so huge. And it's like, I don't blame him for taking it, but that shot that Steez missed,
What's up, Ray? Let's get it.
Passes out of that, Greens doesn't even go for it through that. Maybe he just goes to dunk the ball to close the game. But
it's so much fun playing on stage. It's unreal.
So that was a potential game winner.
We got Greens working out still on the other half, as Green will be whistled there for a foul on the side of Glitchy. As they'll get 14 seconds.
Chat, you guys probably noticed there in that first game, whenever Greens had the ball in the wings, they would trap him really aggressively, really heavily to try to get the ball out of his hands. Here it is again a little bit.
We knew a lot of the guys from Team Handles coming into it. We had heard of their names before. Glitchy was one that we were looking at. We're like, I have no clue. Even you said it. You're plugged in.
What's up, I won't fail.
Connected. Even you were like, I don't know.
Yeah, they're big.
That's huge. That's a big stop.
I don't know if they're big, but they're known.
Right, because Glitchy, game 1, we had the ball first.
So, but I know them now.
Game 2, Glitchy gets the ball first, and so you want the first stop.
We're gonna know them from this point on. We'll be 5 seasons down the line. We'll probably still be talking about. There you go, Steez, wide open shot, gets this one to drop.
That's huge.
I can't be mad, but I can't be mad. He was bodied up on the shot in general, so him dropping there to really try to get a contest.
I like what Streets is doing. He's applying a lot of pressure early here, full court.
Shot. I mean, Steez, when he's a catch and shoot shooter,
can't take the fouls with you, so he's gonna burn them.
Go with the best of them. Try to match that if you're Don. And there was a little words exchange. Glenn started talking to them, saying your first game on stage. Don stood up, was like, okay, me and you are gonna have this dance.
I like that. Hey, you get on stage, talk. I love people who get on stage.
I love that Glenn's talking already.
They love to talk. They love to get hyped. They love the back and forth. That is what we are here for.
Chat, honestly,
Green throws that one down 3 points.
It's one of the reasons why we picked up Glenn. We knew he would be a presence on stage.
Put out. and Streets will be whistled there for a foul.
Coming out early, I think Nets got a fluky on the inbound about a couple plays ago. So they do have control of this game right now as long as they don't give up a three.
Mario L2 dribbling all the way back there, protecting that ball. One-on-one dance up top with Streets. And
Yeah,
another foul's gonna be whistled
I
there for
promise you
Streets.
guys,
I'm not
Sean is
mad
gonna.
at the reach. He looked real comfortable.
He's gonna
He
keep
looked like
reaching
he
here.
was about to hit him with the bippity boop bop, but great foul. Skippity bop bop. That screen on again.
Good rotation, Greens. Switch back.
And Mario fading away at the top of the arc, gets that one to fall.
I told you not a bad foul. He looking real comfortable. The last thing you want a guard to be out here is comfortable.
What a showing coming out here for the community side. Never played on stage before, getting a taste of the NBA 2K League action. We got a chance to talk to them yesterday, so we're around is so happy to be here. Thanks us for the support. Like, man, you go out there and do things like that. You get instant fans and instant supporters. As Steez gets the ball now over to Greens. Catch and shoot shot coming out there for Greens.
That's
he
huge.
Greens it.
Great pass by Steez for making them pay.
Guys
When
aren't
your
they're
team blitzes,
they're not standing
that
still.
is
They're
an
they're
egregious,
rotating. They're
abysmal drop.
moving
That
on
can't
both
happen.
ends of the court. That's awesome. This is a big game. You don't want
Get
to
it
fall
back
down
to Mario.
2-0 here.
Just going like toe to toe. I always love to see the isolation steps. Didn't see it a whole lot last year. This year, so much often. 10 seconds from Mario to work with. They're
Let it
down
go.
by 3. He'll take the 2 going down the lane.
All right. They're getting stops. A couple
That's a dangerous pass.
He reaches there, Dirk. That may be a turnover. Oh, he could have
Streets,
shot that.
Yeah, I was going to say, with the point guard would have been the one to try to get the contest. Could have had it. Greens with his playmaker takeover. See how that plays a factor in this.
Got
Gets
him.
the crab deep mid-range shot for Greens.
See, there's that
What a
crab
shot.
that Greens hit
Of course, we
at the
talked
end
to
of game
Steez.
1, and
Let's
the
catch
only
up with
difference
the
there
man
is,
from NetsGC
he
had to
greens
say.
that one. He wasn't able to green the other
A
one.
little rough last year. This year, we had the number 2 overall pick. Ended up getting Greens, who tremendous point guard. He's been leading the charge and doing what he needs to do. So we're really excited for the future. We have a great squad. I think we battle through adversity really well. And so, we try not to let the highs get us too high and the lows get us too low. And so far, it's been working out for us. And, I'm excited for the rest of this 3v3 season.
And I know for sure that Brooklyn is happy to finally have a guard that can play.
That's the key right there.
In a couple rough years.
Steve, that's another
Been a
stop.
couple rough years, but everything
That's
happens
huge,
for a
chat.
reason.
But
God does
Steve
not
said it
miss.
best, right? We're
They was waiting on
handling
one of our
adversity
young
well,
generational
and we've
talents
shown
that
that
point
throughout the
guard.
entirety of the
Number
Slam
2
Open. We're
pick.
showing that again now. Obviously,
I should
John's
say,
not
to
done here in
specify, I
game
said
2,
guard.
but
I mean
this is
point
a
guard.
good
It's the
position
head
to be
shape
in,
for
up
Jada
up
puts in
3.
work. So I just want to say point guard position. So they're happy to have Greens out there. They're up by 3. Chance to make it more,
Jeez.
and he gets it done.
He's comfortable now.
This is an immediate way to try to silence.
He's
the community
comfortable
team
now.
who just had all this swag, everything going their way for you to try to make a statement here in game 2.
They said it. It's game 1. Don't get too hyped.
Mhm.
But it's a long
Greens is cooking.
series. It's best of 5.
Definitely, Ray.
You can lose a game. You're expected to. You're amateur. But
He wants his
can't
3.
get too hyped.
Sean's not
You
going
have
to give
2
that up.
more games to win if you want to advance.
This is like the worrisome part. Game number 1, we saw it a little bit, but Glitchy's not getting you those crazy stops to be able to make a comeback like this possible.
And as I keep speaking on
Anything
being
seals it,
comfortable,
chat.
You definitely don't want the number 2 overall
Dang.
pick comfortable.
And you don't want that man comfortable shooting catch and shoot shots either. Look at there we go. Now, Steez doesn't talk very much, so I've been waiting for Steez to come.
I
out here.
love it.
The community
This
team,
is
they started
one of the
barking
things I
at
was
him. They're getting
most
it right
excited
back, but
for
now it
was a
is
chance to see Sean
1-1.
back on stage.
Guaranteed a
He
little bit more
produced one of the
2K
most
League action.
memorable clips
Once he's moving,
of
once
the
he's comfortable like
2022
that,
season
Greens
last
is
year
special.
when
So
we
you let
beat
him get
Warriors Gaming
comfortable
on
in his
stage in
bag
3v3.
and
You guys
confident in
remember
every
that?
move, every
And
shot,
so,
every read.
man, these guys,
It's gonna
they
be a
just
long
deserve it.
series
Like,
for
all 5 of them
1-1
and
game.
Kurt,
Let's see how Glitchy
they
answers back.
deserve all
Go
the
ahead and grab a
success
drink
in the
before we
world.
come
And they've been
back.
waiting for so
Game
long
3.
for a spotlight, a consistent spotlight. And so I'm glad they're up 1. And you see Glenn, right, in the huddle, letting the guys know what he sees. I hear he's been doing really well in scrims as well for 3. So, no, I love the squad that we have right now. That was a great bounce back win, 1-1. I know it's not over until it's over, but if we were to fall down 0-2, that would be a crazy uphill climb. I got to give respect to Glitchy as well. They're performing really well, but I don't mean to group up all community teams into like one grouping here, but for a lot of these community teams, it's all about confidence, right, and riding momentum. You don't want to give a community team a 2-win head start. So this 1-1 knocks them back down to reality. Everything's even kill with reset. It's now a best of 3. First to get these next 2 wins advances. So should be good. Should be good. It is best of 5, Ray, but it's 1-1 now. First to 3 advances to what? I think it's the final 4 of the upper bracket.
It's the perfect game. I played for 5 minutes. I still see falling blocks in my dreams.
All right, I'll be back in 140. I'm a little superstitious. I'm not putting this on me, but I was on stream for that first game. We dropped it. Come back on stream. We win it. Now I have no choice but to stay on stream for game 3. Kind of splitting duties between here and social. That's why you saw a few more highlights there for game 1. Absolutely none for game 2. But thank you to every single person who is tuning in tonight to NetsGC Live. It's our 3rd stream ever. It's your one-stop shop for everything NetsGC content. Normally, if the guys were in Brooklyn in the Barclays Center, we'd have pre-show and post-show, but obviously they're playing at the first in-person event of the 2023 season live in Washington, D.C. at District E. You see the new stage, very intimate. You guys see that, right? A smaller stage. You guys, the trash talk is inevitable being in that, close quarters with the other team. The one thing that I'm curious about is how much softer do you have to talk to your squad, right? Like as you're calling cuts or as you're calling defensive rotations, or maybe you want to send a hash defender on this blitz here. Like, do you say it a little bit quieter than normal, knowing maybe they're just like 5-7 feet away from you? That's interesting. But again, yeah, thank you to everyone in the chat. We got Mama Greens, Mama Streets,
Welcome
Jen,
back,
Ray,
people.
Cheryl O,
You're tuning in right now to
Chris.
The Coinbase 3v3 Slam Open. And right now,
Like, look how close they are sitting to each other.
In the world. Team Glitchy, NetsGC. Let's see who comes out on top. Dirk and JT, fellas, take it away.
All right,
Thank
1-1.
you so much, Belly. One of these series that all the stories pointing over towards Glitchy, NetsGC, just trying to get the job done. But we got ourselves a series after what was a wild game number 1. NetsGC found their footing and really put a stamp on a game 2 victory.
All right, so
Now
we get
the
ball
series
first.
actually starts. One team got hit in the mouth. The other team came back, hit them in the mouth. Now it's a best of 3. Now we'll see who makes the better adjustments.
Green's over to Steez. He's been so good from the corner. Can't get that one to go. It's contested.
That's too high. That's too high of a contester. He's not there that much.
It'll be Mario and Glitchy here on their first attack in game number 3.
I love that, Greens. That's so underrated.
10 seconds to work with. Really taking their time with this one. I have to imagine that Mario's still got a lot of stamina to work with. Steez tries to get a step ahead of him, not able to. Head top.
I don't like that. I don't like that they gave Steez a 10 there. He was not there. He kind of got dotted a little bit. Maybe a 2-3%, but a 10? Uh-oh.
Oh,
can't get down
good
one.
board.
Get another opportunity after the Steez rebound, though. Greens,
Go Greens.
flying down the baseline. One-handed slam for him.
Good take. Score. That's the thing. Find a way to stay in the game in threes. The game only goes to 21. You can't live or die by nothing, 3s or 2s.
All right, we because we gave up that first possession, we didn't score.
We expect this to be one of the more intense.
It's just really kind of a numbers game. You have to either score 3 or you got to get a stop to get. Oh, what happened there?
100%, because with these amateurs, you don't know what you're going to get. I don't care what film you think you've seen. They're amateurs. You do not know what they can bring. They are a true wild card.
As Greens will throw that one down. Tie game here early.
We need to stop. That's correct. We definitely need to stop.
See Mario get back into that same rhythm we saw in game number 1. Tries to walk this
Oh,
one. Ball's going to be knocked away in the lane. And Don, he'll just go baseline. Tries to go
there it is. Get that board.
Steez. No, not today.
That's
Greens on
huge.
the other end saves it down.
I'm not near my
Steez jumped
laptop
out
to
the
clip
play,
it,
his
but
lock
if
stepped
I
in,
was, that would
made
be
a
on
play.
NetsGC
Then on the
social.
back end,
Follow at
Steez
Nets
made the
Gaming
play
Crew.
to
That
get
was
them
a
stop.
crazy
Was
block.
a defensive sequence
Mama Streets, you
where
asked for a
Nets
stop,
gave-
and Steez delivered.
Gotta love to see that. Get the hype going your way.
But see,
And
now
then
that we
see,
got that
I'm starting
stop,
to realize there's a
now
lot
it's
of
on.
concourse
Now
and
it's
weeks
on
have gone
Glitchy to
They
get a
already
stop
know.
because we can
They're
just
not thinking
we
twice
can just
anymore.
trade
They're
twos the rest of the
literally
way,
three
and we'll
dots.
win.
Like that, they're
So-
telling people you don't pass.
The onus is now
You
back on
cannot make
Glitchy
a
thanks
play
to Steez there.
Besides putting your head down and going to dunk the ball.
And flying down the lane right over top of Green. Green's on Green affair.
I love that dunk when they drop that specific dunk.
Oh,
you really
Green's
get
almost had
banged
that
on.
Hey, we see
Front
people get the
That's a
Steez
good
might have
bait.
Test on it. No, it was open.
Steez.
But that
Oh,
little
that was
extra step
open?
baited him into it.
You gotta pick and choose.
Steez played the corner and that top three by
As a point guard coming
himself.
up there, you see how high Steez is. Make it look like you're shooting past the
I
ball.
need to reset.
He was way too high up, but great defense by Steez on the amateur.
And oh my goodness, what a shot from Streets.
Sean Green's the
Tries to dash
7%
in, Go
covered.
back out. Ended up being a deep two, which I know you're not the biggest fan of.
Yeah, contested mid-range is crazy. Like,
Taking us back to early 2000s, 90s ball, huh? As Mario
Yeah,
finds a lane.
Yeah,
contested
see,
mid-range is crazy.
as long as we're up
With
4
the
points or
lock,
more, yeah, I'd
which is like a
highly
7
doubt you're going to
mid,
see
all I
Steez
can
or
do is
Greens
sit
come
my
off
ass.
these corners to help on the drives.
Green's able to shake off Green. Now they
Got
get the
him.
dot over towards the corner. Steez catch and shoot shot.
Got
It's
him.
good for him.
I don't like that there because even if he doesn't pass the ball,
Got him.
it's so late
Oh.
of a drop. He can't drop in time to make Greens miss that dunk.
Okay,
So
so
he just gave up a three for basically nothing.
I appreciate you, Chris. I appreciate you.
The Nets are really starting to find.
But see, this is good
Greens is
now.
playing full
Like
court defense on Green,
Greens
trying
and
to inbound the
Steez
ball.
are not going to come off these corners to help. Really, I don't think so. So now it's going to become a one-on-one dance here.
Only game one.
Oh, what's
That's
happening?
like you've been here before.
Okay.
Mario trying to shake him off. Has to pass out of that one. As they get it back over to him.
Shot?
He has the shot. He has it. Doesn't take it.
How? How don't you take it?
Don't
And
help.
Green turns the corner. Will get the
That's
scoop
fine.
to go up. I mean, what do you got? Again, we talked about it. Even in game one, there was a little hesitation with sometimes. Do you feel like when you drop a game, talk about the pressure, maybe getting to you just a little bit when you get those opportunities?
Maybe I'm biased.
Oh man, Greens.
Don't let him get you too comfortable. Maybe I'm
That
biased.
crab he missed
The
in
anxiety
game
should
one,
be
he's
before the game
not.
starts.
He's not gonna
Once
let
it
that
starts,
define him.
it should
That's
be
two straight
all
now.
Blood pumping, blood flowing. You ready to really destroy something?
Oh, and he gets in
Oh,
between
that's a
shot.
good
There
shot.
we go.
I've got to
Like
give
that.
credit.
That's what I'm talking about.
That'll boost your confidence
He
up.
needs more of that.
That's the one shot that he finally takes, and it's the most 50-50 in-between shot that you might see. Puts him down by 3.
Uh-oh.
Both guards with badge, but it's Greens on Mario over
Badge
here on
on
the right
badge.
side. Greens will just fly down the lane and take his 2.
I feel like they could have shrunk the
The
court
chat, you
more
saw
than
that left
especially
corner.
their spacing
Greens
kinda
dotted
off
him
toward
the
backcourt.
couple of
Could've
possessions
played
before,
through,
so that
but I
glitchy
can't
defender
blame
in
him.
that
He does
left
have
corner
badge,
was
but right
not
there,
gonna help off
I
Steez
feel
this
like
time.
make him make a read.
We've seen Glitchy work out this pick 'em pop
Definitely,
a
Chris,
lot
like-
with Mario, Don, whoever's up there, always flaring out over towards the left side of the floor. See if the Nets can maybe try to get a step ahead on him.
No threes, chat.
One, you want that mismatch, but 2, you just trust those guys who are setting that screen.
Sean's gonna try to let it go.
Mario will take off from
Yep.
the free throw line, slams that one home, down by 3. Do they have a stop in their system here in game number 3? Series tied 1-1.
This right here.
Glitchy's
is
gonna
when
get
teams
desperate here.
start having
We just gotta
to
be careful.
Smart. 18, 15 here, Dirk.
The
Go
help is
dunk
gonna
the
come from
ball.
somewhere.
Go dunk the ball. Keep control of the game.
Oh, Greens walked it back, gets back down the baseline, will kick it out the streets.
Give it back.
7 seconds to work with. Greens with it now, half court. Has to try to get something up here, but he's got Green stuck on him. Gets it over the streets in the corner. Takes the shot.
I think
It's
he got the
no
box.
good. Steez with the
Steez.
rebound.
Ice
Greens
this.
with a pull-up shot in motion for the
Dang.
ball game. And that's the Greens we know and love. 16 points in the game. 7 of 8 from the field. 2 for 3 from behind the arc.
He only had 1 miss. Did I not tell you stop letting him get comfortable? Make him
The guys
make
are
more
locked.
reads.
Kurt's
He is
having a
big
good
what he
time.
wants, and they're not
Chat,
putting
let's
enough
go.
pressure on him,
2-1.
pushing the court on him enough to
It was
really
only
make
game
him
1.
think.
Yes,
He's too
Ray.
comfortable. They're way too comfortable.
Well, looking at being comfortable right now, that man Steez, okay, you know what? That one shot he had in game 1, he is just tearing it up in games 2 and 3.
Guys are
Harris,
locked in.
I know you're out there in section
2-1.
400, buddy.
One
Let
more.
us know what's going on in your world right now.
One more.
Gang, for me, look, this Glitchy team coming off the top, I know they're down 2-1, but I spoke to Tox. We keep talking about this team as some sort of unknown commodity, but outside of our league, they are very well known, Belly. We should look at this as the Glitchy coming out party. Mario and Wario, you know him as Please Green. They've been playing together for a long, long time. They've been down 2-1 in 5-game series before. Wagers, big-time tournaments, they've seen it all. Their first series on stage. Let's see if they have what it takes to get it done in the biggest of levels.
Hey, Harris, this is the best part of the story right now. Currently, the team that relatively were unknown, they made it this far in the upper bracket in the $150,000 tournament, right? They're going against the Nets. They're doing okay, but their backs are against the wall. This is where we're going to see if these amateurs can battle through adversity. Do you think they might have what it takes to battle against one of the best teams in the league to make a comeback?
I think they could. We'll see if they can get it to a game 5. They obviously have to win this one to survive the series. But to be honest with you, Steez has taken over this series
100%.
with his two-way game. After he had that weird fade early, he has played some great defense on one end. And on the other end, he's hitting some big-time corner shots. He's bringing the energy. Greens has been kind of silent. Streets is locked in. Steez, he's doing everything he can, the 6-year vet, to get them over the line.
With the fire analysis, as always, Harris.
Yeah, Steez has been awesome.
awesome.
They've all been great.
Because, hey, we're about to start the next game very soon. Dirk, JT.
All right,
this
close
is
out
it.
game.
Can the Nets do it? One
I
game away from
guarantee
knocking out
you the
team
guys
that
are
is
going to
shaking
treat
up
this like a
bracket
game
right
5.
now. Team Glitchy.
I mean, what a way for them if they're able to come out here trying to force.
Oh,
a
no,
game
yeah,
5,
they've
or the
definitely
Nets
got
is
a
gonna
game. I
come
mean,
out
they're
and
the
make a
only
statement
community
and say,
team
hey,
left
you're a
in the winners
community team
bracket
for
or
a
the upper
reason.
bracket.
But they're talking a lot about Steez. This is somebody who's been in the league since the
But
very beginning.
we throw
Been
the
to
first
finals,
punch
he's lost
here.
in the finals. He's taken bad shots sometimes,
And
but he always finds a way to answer back while staying composed.
You have to have that short-term memory. Now, he did take a bad shot. Their one-game loss did kind of come down to that at the end, but you have to let that go. Control what you can control. Don't trip on what's behind you.
All the way.
Greens will just fly down the lane. That would have been an excellent way for them to start. Mario with a wide open shot but couldn't capitalize. That'll give the Nets the early lead.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I would have to double check.
Let's end it here.
I think if Team Glitchy loses this game, they go down to the lower bracket to play Glowskitos. So amateur team versus amateur team.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
one
like,
of them
I'm
has to
confident the
win.
guys like you guys are.
Oh, we find
but
ourselves in one of those situations like
we
saw before
we don't
with
want to get
Handles
into
and Glow Navy.
a
As
random
Mario flying down the lane gets himself on the board.
game 5, winner take
It's
all.
a different level of intensity
against a
It's
community
when
team
the
that really has
community
nothing
team
to
goes
lose
crazy. You
here.
start to hear the oohs and ahs coming out there from the crowd, but equally so when you see the Nets start
Close
to
it
get
out.
cooking, especially with that man Greens, you get the same type of reaction. He fades away with this one. No good for him.
I don't know about that.
This game, to me, takes me back to the Raptors. They had that 2-1 lead. This is a must-win for NetsGC. Do not let this young wild card team take you to a game 5.
That's a good point by JT.
I really
Like,
don't
right,
even know
you
how to
it's just
call it if we were end up getting pushed that
they're
game
such
5.
a
It's one of
wild
those
card, right? Like
situations where
you
you
don't
try
want to
close
get
somebody
into
out.
that
There'll be a reaching foul that's going to be called.
winner
there,
take
though,
all kind of scenario.
as Steez will now be the one to inbound coming out here for the Nets.
All right. Well, an update from my great friend who has everything in the back of his head, Harris. The loser of this series will play NBL Oz Gaming.
Sign me up for that.
Sign me up for that. Especially with the run that NBL went on after they lost and moved into the lower bracket and really started to make a run.
And also factoring in if NetsGC were to lose, they play NBL Oz Gaming.
Oh, yeah. Beef game. I like it. I like it.
Everybody wants
Either
to see
way,
that.
it's going to be a great series.
All right,
But
4
still
seconds. What are we
plenty of
doing
time
here?
to work with. And again, this is what I always reiterate, right? When talks of comebacks, is Don lines up a shot, gets that one to
That's
fall
tough.
for Glitchy. They're up by 3. In 3 versus 3, I don't care what the score is. You give me a 20-4 score, JT. I'm not writing anybody off.
You sound crazy. Somebody blow a 20-4 lead and go home right now. Go home once the game is over. Shake hands, say goodbye, go home.
What a walk
Greens
back.
Walking back, moonwalking like Michael Jackson. The shot to drop.
That was great.
I like that jump there. He didn't really have a good chance at getting a contest there.
No.
Oh, Don trying to go 2 for 2. Gets that one to fall.
They gotta limit twos. This team, when they're comfortable, when they're hot, they get very dangerous. Their corners are elite shooters from what I've seen. They both shoot pocket shots. They aren't scared to shoot
Green's
deep
looking for that
shot.
crap.
So don't play with your food here.
Oh, he reached. Green's trying to make him teach, not able to get that one. And this is the separation that Glitchy needs. Mario, head down. Steez drops. Good swing over there from Streets.
Oh, man.
And
Shot!
From half court.
Shoot! What I was told, always be in position to make a play.
Oh, there you go. He makes a play. He makes up for it.
There we go. But as a point guard, always be in a position to make a play. So if you're dribbling around, it's no reason to go all the way back to half court
Blocking, guys.
knowing you're not going to shoot from there.
13-7. We are staring
Let's trust the
down
defense.
barrel, looking over here to a potential game number 5. Our first one here in in-person bracket play is what it would be. 13-9. This deficit could completely go away within a 30-second swing here for the Nets.
Oh, yeah,
And, Mario, luckily, that one didn't go his way, as that's going to be a reach called in there on Street. So that'll reset things with 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Need to stop.
They have complete control here.
Need to
I
stop.
won't be mad at an open 3, but 2s for a couple plays will get you a comfortable lead.
There it is.
Like, that's a terrible pass. That is the wrong time to make such a
Mama Streets.
read.
Way to cue it up.
I figured to the point, you know. I don't know
That's
what
the second.
Mario's doing
That's
over
the
that.
second
He's
time
making some
you've
pretty good progress
thrown up
towards
that
it.
stop
Oh,
emoji,
iso
and we get a
restrict it for
stop.
a little bit and try to play for your 2s, and there we go. They finally do it.
Like I said, that was their last play. Take the 2s to secure control of the game. You're up. You have momentum.
We're gonna need a
Keep
3
that
and a
momentum.
stop
One
somewhere.
possession at a time. Don't rush.
We'll get it over to Streets. Now back over towards Greens. Now back to Streets
Is
in the
this the
corner.
3?
Wide open shot
I
for
think he
him.
smoked it.
No! Late on the release, and Steez with another huge offensive rebound.
Hey, bro.
There it is. There's a switch,
I need
guys.
to ask Don where he was going that play. He was going to a corner that was already covered, which is why that was
Crap.
open.
And Greens
That's
will get
too
the
high.
Asta into the mid-range, and Steez
Tough.
has been doing such a good job of giving them so many second chance opportunities. Can't get it that time. As 4-point lead for Glitchy. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
yikes.
Luckily, he was able to pass out of it. Mario, catch and shoot shot to get to 18. Yes! Mario is moving, and that man is grooving. He has his takeover as well.
I told you, this took me right back to that Raptors series when they were down 2-1. They forced the game 5. Now it's anybody's game.
Just take the
Green's
2.
trying to walk this one back. He'll just take the scoop. And the way Mario's playing, I have a feeling, right? These community teams, they got a swag about them. They don't want to go for 2s. They might try to run for the 3 here. We'll have to wait and see. They get it to Mario.
There it is.
Ball's knocked away there by Streets. They don't even get an opportunity to try to win the ball game.
Maybe a little too much patience, but kind of fluky. So I'm kind of living with a good defense by Streets.
That's good
Greens will
defense.
take the 2, cuts it to 3.
Mama Street, you're 3 for
Surely
3 on
not
those
like
emojis.
this, Glitchy.
Oh,
As
this
now they have
numbers.
Advantage. Don off the play, make a takeover for the ball game. Yes! The community team does it. They fight back. And we will see
2-2.
our first game number 5.
Game 5, fight back, amateur team. This is what I'm here for. I'm surprised the amateur teams were the first team to show us a 5-game series instead of our pros, but the amateur teams can do just as much
That's
as
tough.
pros
Here we go. Let's
this
lock in.
mode. They came to hoop.
Vibes are at an all-time high right now. Team Glitchy took it to a game 5. Ready for that action? And it's coming soon. We'll
All right.
catch you there.
That break I was talking about, we're definitely going to hit it now. But just keep in mind for this 5th game, when we get back, we will start with ball. So we have the possession. The onus is on the other team. It's on Glitch to get that first stop. Should be good. Rooting for the guys. We got this. We are 21 points away from advancing to the final 4 of the upper bracket here in the Slam Open. You're watching action from the 2023 season of the NBA 2K League live from District E in Washington, D.C. See you guys after the break.
Welcome back to the NBA 2K League, and this is the Coinbase 3v3 Slam Open. $150,000 are on the line, and in this matchup, we're hitting a Game 5 for the first time today. It's Team Glitchy and NetsGC. Dirk, JT, this is it. It's for everything. Take it away.
Well, we wanted it. We've been sitting here saying that we hope that we get a Game 5 at some point in time. We finally have it. And would you have it any other way? NetsGC taking on the only community team here in the upper bracket.
And I have to ask my man's Harris, but if I'm not mistaken, whoever wins this makes money. They win money. So this is a big time game.
I'm excited to see how this one plays out. Let's everybody get the ball here at the start. We'll see what Greens & Co. could try to provide for us here in the final matchup of this series. You win, you advance forward in the upper bracket, and maybe you're tuning into the NBA 2K League. You've watched in the past. Well, now you sit there and you talk about the lower bracket for the first ever time, the double elimination here in the NBA 2K League, as Mario will answer back with the two of his own.
This Game 5, it really comes down to who makes the most mistakes, whether that's bad passes, bad shots, missing open shots. Who is going to make the most mistakes for their money? Nets, y'all coming with it. Team Glitchy, y'all coming with it. Who wants it more?
We got to give a dope shout out to our little commentary stuff that we have this year. We got our guy DJ MIL, who's been here since the very beginning, a 2K League OG, spinning some tracks right next to us, controlling the audio, making sure that we sound beautiful. I love it.
He's been here since the beginning?
The beginning of time.
Oh, yeah, he did come tell me season 1. He was like, I remember you, real loud guy. Okay. That's my fault. Yeah, mad respect to an OG. Always got to respect OGs because I'm old, too.
I always like when I talk to BD because he always likes to make sure to remember, Dirk, you were there since the very beginning. Yeah, you know what? I was. Nets up 4-2. Glitchy trying to respond. They got plenty of time to work with here. Mario on streets. Turns the corner. Slams it home.
Dog. Are they going to ever dodge these?
I'm wondering because the adapting on the other side, right, they were able to adjust with every time Dom would drop, immediately share it to C's. I have a feeling, just this gut feeling, that there is going to be some point later on in this game number 5 where he'll finally do it, and it's going to be an impactful shot. He has to.
But the one thing I will say, the guards are on builds that don't stand up. So if you don't make that read right away, you have nothing because a standing layup, ill. So it's like you have to make that read and pray it's the right read mid-drive.
Get it over to Mario, and you look at this. He goes all the way on the other side, so Steez has to stay in the play. Smart move coming out here from Mario, and Steez. Good gamble there, but it was for a reach. Now they can get Streets back into the play, too.
This Game 5 is going to be a 2's best until about, I want to say about 12, 13, 14, around that range, but these teams are just looking for quick, easy buckets to really get momentum, get more comfortable.
We got some must-see TV now. Everyone completely facing over towards the LED to watch this on the big screen, and they just forced that one up. Green able to get the rebound. Over to Mario, now to Don. Things will slow down momentarily as they go back on the reset. Only 6 seconds to work with. Mario Asta, back out to 3. Fading away, no!
That was open, too. But we got to stop making bad reads off of these offensive rebounds. It's easy to know who's open. He was open again.
Oh, Mario got him to jump. But he was moving slow, though. I know that we can't see his perspective on like how the stamina stuff was, but he was starting to go slow.
He had time to stop. He had to fade, bro. Steez wasn't about to sell that time, surprisingly.
Oh, and they just keep on trying to pass this. This is the second time now, back-to-back possessions. They just try to throw it over towards Steez, and Don isn't able to get it. And the 2's fest continues.
Oh, he was about half a second from punching that dunk. Half a second. Uh-oh.
Oh, Mario gets it, and he'll just fly down the lane, tie game.
Man, if he's not turbo in there, Dirk, that's an easy little front fade, maybe walk-in 3 to open the whole game open.
And so I haven't seen this many people like locked in and engaged in a series in a while. If you lose here, you go play NBL Oz Gaming in the lower bracket. And I don't even know what that was. Like, he pushed them off the screen. 50 seconds to work with. They get the switch. Pass out of bounds, and Glitchy gets the ball.
There is the first mistake of the ball game in Game 5, and it was the amateur team forcing the pro team to make a mistake in a pivotal game 5.
And now you got to capitalize. You have to. You can't allow this to come out and the Nets be able to get the ball right back to try to break the deadlock. Mario stop and go move. Steez meets him at the rack, but Mario gets the better of him.
Dog, he is coming every time almost. Every time. But like you said, Dirk, I know he see it. It's coming. It's going to come down to one play where Steez either baits him and grabs a steal or gets dotted, and it changes the whole game.
Are you quoting T. Freshie from Season 1 Draft? I'm coming.
Almost said something crazy, but that was a 6-man who talked entirely too much. Entirely too much. I've told him to shut up multiple times.
Hey, shout out to the 102, man. That's now we got ourselves a tie game at 10. And Glitchy, though, they got that favor. As I was saying, just to stop, you capitalize. Now you're in control. You play trade twos the rest of the way, you'll come out winning on top of the ball game.
See, there it is.
Don, wide open 3. No!
You can't miss that in game 5. Doing it 4, 1 through 4, game 5.
And oh my goodness. I thought it was going to be blocked off the backboard there, but not able to get it. Now the Nets right back to where they started with a 2-point lead.
Especially with Steve's baiting him, it just went over his head. He got lucky. You got to green that. You have to capitalize. It's no excuse.
Oh, Mario almost got bumped there. Green now tries to go baseline. Streets able to get back into play. 9 seconds to work with. Mario fading away here on the right side. Can he get the shot to go? No, it's early in the release. What a rebound coming up there from Don, and he finishes it off with a dunk of his own.
Horse. That is a game 5 horse war.
Green's able to advance the ball. Straight to be the one to set the screen. Trying to shake him off here up top. Gets the switch. Tries to walk it back. Now in towards the middle. Good defense coming out here from Glitchy. Got 6 seconds to work with. As I say that, they give a wide open layup.
One of those corner players has to go. He has no stamina. I know that. So I know you know that. One of y'all have to go swing, play team defense. This is game 5. Come on.
They are flirting with the devil here in this one because this has been the second time where they've been so close to getting a bump steal. We play the game a lot. We know you try that a third time. That ball is going to be knocked away. 14 seconds here after the ball went out of bounds. Mario with it. It's going to ISO. Now Green sets a screen. Got to make sure it just doesn't get made into a pass. Here and a huge slam from Green right over top of Greens.
Too little. Too small. He just got banged on. But he does have a point guard.
Oh, Greens down the baseline. They still have the lock in the play, though. Something to keep in mind here. Greens, what a move. Found himself an opportunity to pass out of his Streets. Wide open catch and shoot shot. Yes! This time for Streets.
That's where high-low can hurt you. You're playing low predicted. He may drive, not up, playing a lock like he can't just shoot the ball from anywhere on the court. That's terrible defense on a pivotal game 5 possession. Yuck.
We go back to some of the key moments. I think we all look back at that Don shot that he had that was wide open. That allowed the Nets to get their footing, and then the defensive laps there too. Will the pressure be too much? Under 10 with Mario. Down the Green. They take the 2, down by 1. They got to get the stop, but here too, Green's got the takeover, and Glitchy gets the stop. They get it on the inbound.
That's a rookie mistake. Streets pass that in way too fast. No patience. That's a rookie mistake by a non-rookie. Can't happen.
Glitchy with a chance to take the lead. Steez does such an excellent job of being able to cut off the lane there. Green now. Back out to Mario. From way downtown. Mario, no!
I can't say no. You got to green it. You're going to drop him right there. It better be green. You hit it, great shot. You miss it, terrible shot.
From a step behind the hash there, too. You love the confidence as Green will go out to Steez, taking their time now to hit the backdoor cut. A couple missed opportunities. So reminiscent of team handles from last year with some big shots missed, whether it's from Elite, whether it might have been for Kaze, different directions. Same thing happening here in the game 5 for Glitchy.
And that's sometimes what can separate amateurs and pros. Even though some pros don't know how to close, that's the biggest skill gap in this league, knowing how to close.
Do they have another stop here in their arsenal? They need it. Greens. Green on him. The potential final possession here in this game 5. Green's dancing around, trying to find some space. Straight down the streets, and oh! It looked like it was going to stop it, but NetsGC are able to close it out there in Game 5. And that'll send Glitchy down to the lower bracket to play NBL Oz Gaming.
I got a number for you. 5 for 5 on people who get taken out of dunks if they hit the lip or not. They are 5 for 5. But great Game 5 win by NetsGC to advance. But the amateur team got momentum. So when they go to that lower bracket, don't sleep on them.
Great game indeed. And fellas, we finally got a Game 5 and went down to the wire. And unfortunately, Team Glitchy fell behind. But hey, NetsGC won it all, baby. 21-18. And shout out to Greens. Breaking the game down right now, though. Dirk, this was absolutely nuts. A Game 5 against one of the best teams in the league. Team Glitchy made a statement so far in this event.
You just hate it, Belly. You hate to see it because just a couple of missed opportunities in the most important game that you're going to be playing out here in person. And that's really what it came down to. I know that there was maybe some chances to where you get a stop at the rack, but you were in firm control of that. You were able to break the deadlock, had a little bit of a lead, then you miss a 3, then it just starts to pour on from the nets. You get the stop in the inbound. What do? You come out and take a shot that JT even talked about. It's so 50-50. You hit that one, you're the hero.
What is up, NetsGC Live? That was an insane game. There was no way I could have watched that on stream with y'all. You know, I was in the next room with like bated breath on the edge of my seat throughout the entirety of that 5th game. What a roller coaster ride. Like, not just the series, but that 5th game. That was
from the winning team.
I'm down here in Valley with Greens, number 2 overall pick. Man, you have been grinding for so long to get to this league. I mean, last year almost in, finally get your chance this year. First ever game on stage. How are you feeling right now? What are the emotions?
Oh, it's just a real feeling, man. You know what I mean? Long time coming. I feel like I belonged here last year. So to be able to come in here and it's just a feeling that I can't really explain. You know what I mean? Shout out to my teammates. They hooped. I'm just doing my part. What I brought in for is just put the ball in the hoop.
Let's talk about the series that you just had. I mean, talk about a debut on stage. You're going up against a community team. What was that like for you going up against them? You were on a community team yourself last year.
I was. Being on a community team, I know how surreal the feeling is for them as well to get out here. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get out here. So it was just funny to see that I was on a community team once. My first series against a community team when I'm a professional now. So good series, GG to them.
So Dirk picked you guys to win the 3v3 title in the preseason. We have it on tape. It's on YouTube. Check out the post up. How far do you think you can take this team?
Sky's the limit, man. I feel like when we're all at our best, all of us are clicking, that we're a team to be reckoned with.
The number 2 overall pick. Greens gets his first win on stage with his first try. Back to you, Belly. We got one more great matchup to go.
Oh, you got that right. Hey, Sky is the limit, and Nets still looking notorious right now. But ladies and gentlemen, we have one more game on the docket. You don't want to miss
that was a great interview.
Versus, check this out.
One thing that, just for some context, when we were going through the pre-draft process, and we were getting a chance to interview, you know, the different players that could be available. We interviewed so many people, both for that 2nd pick and at the time the 21st overall pick. You know, we eventually moved that to the 31st, but you know, we're not just saying this. Like we have this documented on paper or on an email, and the one player that had the best interview during pre-draft during this offseason with us was Greens. He was just the clear cut, like he just stood out from a maturity level and how he carried himself. And, you know, forget about the 2K talent and what he can do on the sticks. The vibe that we got when we first got to talk to him and pick his brain and just kind of get to know him as best as we could during that 30-minute interview. Like, we were blown away. And that interview that you just saw, like, that is just like a glimpse into how he carries himself. And so we are so excited and so impressed with, you know, what he represents for the NetsGC's future and the organization. So awesome stuff. 3-2. I'm not just saying this because I want you guys to keep coming back, but I think think we're 3-0 on NetsGC Live. I think what we've got cooking up here has us, or is helping us stay undefeated. We are now on a 5-game winning streak, longest of the season. I think overall we're 8-3 now. So we were 3-3 at one point. And you guys remember, you guys have been tuning in since the beginning. We dropped 2 in a row to Lakers Gaming and Pacers Gaming on the same night. And since then, it's been all W's. I appreciate you, Ray. We appreciate you having, being here in the chat with us. It's only going to continue to grow. It's only going to continue to improve and get better. Just like this team, you never want to peak too early. 3-2. Man, that possession was wild. I got to say, there's so many plays that stood out. Obviously, when Steez was, and by the way, I'm trying my absolute best to get either Kurt or one of the guys on here for just like a quick post-game show. I know it's going to be difficult. They're probably being swarmed right now. I know some of them have media obligations. I know the winning team has to meet with media after each series. So I'm not entirely sure I'm going to get it. I'm going to give it maybe 5 more minutes here, maybe cut to a quick break, see if I can get Kurt on here via his phone for a couple questions. But yeah, that 5th game, so many plays stood out, but I was so happy for Sean to hit that 3 at the top of the arc, to put us up 3, like to give us a little bit of breathing room. Am I right? Like that helped so much because we were just trading 2s back and forth, and it was just a matter of like who could get that stop, who could get that separation, and they didn't really leave Steez open too many times. They didn't leave Streets open too many times. But the moment they did, Sean, without any hesitation, knocked that down. And I know he had opportunities like that earlier in the series and didn't really pull the shot. He didn't really let the shot go. He let that one fly with confidence. And that was so big.
I got a snack for you because my sticker's most satisfying performance today. Pistons GT. Dirk mentioned it. Whenever we do these ring ceremonies, usually teams come out and they
it was big on the streets. Like
Pistons GT,
because once we went up 3,
sweep to get the
Glitchy got a little nervous there. They started missing opens. They started missing the jumpers. They started hesitating a little bit on offense because you couldn't trade 2s anymore.
In the world, continuing his hot streak of play. And how about Connor?
Honestly, 3v3 is just one long game of chicken. If you really think about it, it's so different from 5v5. It's really just, okay, let's trade 2s. Let's try and bait you into a mistake. Let's see if we can make you see ghosts out there and make you see something that really isn't there. And are you going to throw like a wild pass? Are you going to miss an open jumper?
So much, Harrison, man. I'm hungry
JT,
right now,
JT said it best. It's whoever makes the fewer mistakes. And not only did we make the fewest mistakes in that game, we knocked down big open shots. That is such a sight to see. This is the furthest NetsGC has ever gone in a 3v3 tournament.
The match that's coming up at hand. We got T-Wolves Gaming and Knicks Gaming coming up to the main stage.
Wow.
But joining me on the mics, Dirk, JT, fellas, I don't know how you guys have voices right now. You guys have been popping off all
right,
day.
so we get winner of Knicks Gaming and T-Wolves Gaming.
On my body, how it's still intact, but this is only night 1. Giving it my
not published yet,
the stamina and the
but
endurance comes through.
I know for sure we are playing this Friday.
We got it. All right,
we will not be playing tomorrow. The losers bracket or the lower bracket will be playing tomorrow. We will play Friday night against the winner of this upcoming matchup. Knicks Gaming, T-Wolves Gaming, both excellent squads.
The 2 best shooting guards in the league going at it. And then we got other role players.
The Battle of New York possibly in the works. The funny thing is, Chris,
this matchup
is we had that city showdown with Knicks Gaming.
We should be in for a amazing series.
Jen, I cannot help but keep calling it losers bracket. That's what it's called in all the other esports.
You know what I'm about to ask you right now in this matchup?
I'll get the branding though.
Are you
lower
be
bracket.
Rocking with Knicks Gaming and Malik with this stylish way of scoring.
Yeah, the city showdown. We did win the city showdown, but just some context behind that. Kurt was so adamant about presenting it as an event that was just for fun. And that we mixed and matched the lineup.
All right,
and
T-Wolves
that
gaming for
we took
Dirk.
it seriously,
All
but
right, JT,
it was
it's a
very
tough one.
important
Think
for
about it.
Kurt
What you
and the
got?
guys, and even
I
Nick's
think
Gaming,
Malik got his
to
belt
not
out.
really show off anything.
Ah.
And he actually said on the City
When you take a
Showdown
look at Nick's
stream
gaming, though, Malika's
that
led the
day,
way
it's
for
like
week
we
one
could
and let us know
potentially
that he's
meet,
bringing out the bed.
and
He's
so we
whooping the
don't
competition.
want to
This
give
team
up
has
too
looked
much,
absolute
and
fire right now. But on the side of T-Wolves,
it could happen now.
I think you have that shooting guard you have your eye on as well. It's going to be a good battle of the guards, baby. But here we are, game one. T-Wolves Gaming
All right.
and Knicks Gaming. Let's get in it.
Super excited to see this matchup.
Yeah, I don't know if we're
Two
gonna. I don't think we're gonna
organizations
have a
that won
post game show today.
championships
That's
in
okay.
5 versus 5. Knicks Gaming being our first ever champion. T-Wolves following it up in their
That's gonna give me an
expansion
opportunity
year.
to post some
And,
highlights, share some
smartly
things
enough,
on
we kinda called it
social,
out sometimes. They
maybe
got
clip
Nate
things
Cole,
from this
Kyle
stream
Rudy
as
out there,
well.
both a part of that
But we
season
will
one
go live
Absolute
again
Rudy being
this
the coach,
Friday.
all-winning
We
finals
are now
MVP.
2
So battle-tested, a
series
lot of experience on this
wins
side.
away from this
A lot of it, you
franchise's
have
first
two
ever
definitive
tournament
winners.
championship.
As your
Think
coaches,
about that.
as
A
your
historic
extra pair of eyes,
moment.
that is pivotal. That's really
All
key
roads have
to
been
how
leading to
good of a
this,
team you can be,
and
because
I'm
if-
so
because they know
excited for the
game,
guys.
so they know
Big
when
big
they see
win, not just for
something
the
you
like.
don't, because when you're
I
on the
just
court,
want to
you
highlight one
miss
last
it.
thing for
You can't
Greens
see everything.
to be able to
I mean,
show
even
out
talked to
and
Malik a
win
little bit
in
earlier. He gave a
person,
lot of
win
credit
on his
to
first
Kyle,
time
being
on
like, "Dude, you need to be a
stage.
top player." So
Like
I gotta respect what he said.
it's a
And the
relief to
thing
get
is, when
that
we always
first one
think
out
of
of the
let's
way,
ball
and now
up,
we
we
can
think of
just kind of lock
slashing
in on the
ability, and
prize,
that's
and that
all
prize
Malik
is a
says. Like,
slam
he
title.
teaches
So
me, hey, go up with the left hand,
thank
go
you
with the right,
again
go with
to
the quick drop
all of
positions.
you for
Yeah,
tuning
back
in
then,
to
when he
NetsGC
played,
Live. It
he
was
the
fun as
probably the
always.
second
We
best
remain
slasher
undefeated.
behind Pistons GT
We're
Silver
gonna
Red
need
Hawk.
some of that magic to carry over to
We got
Friday,
Malik
and
walking
then
it back,
ultimately
but we talked
Saturday on
about Malik, we
Championship
talked about the
Saturday.
staff.
It's
There's
been
one other
fun.
guy on this team, and
If
it's
you
really
haven't
that
already,
power
follow
forward.
at
We were able to
Nets
catch up with
Gaming
him.
Crew across all social platforms. Man, there's really nothing left to say. Keep it locked in on this series on the NBA 2K Leagues channel. Again, we play the winner of this one, so this match has heavy implications for the crew. On that note, have a good one, chat. Have a good night. Let's celebrate another win for NetsGC,
Of course,
and
it's
we'll see
always
you
stuck
guys
in the
again
back of
this
their
Friday.
mind, that bounce going out there from the championships, but a chance to make all things right if they're able to open it up here, at least take a 3 versus 3 tournament away as Slaughter takes the shot, greens that one. And it's always crazy because we talk about 76ers GC a lot with typically when we're talking about the tip-off tournament. The tip-off tournament Kings Radiant was a part of that success whenever it came down to that first tournament.
And that is right. I didn't think about it until right now. He is playing the team, the franchise that took him out, that robbed him of his best chance at a ring.
The season 2 finals. I remember it like it was just yesterday.
Me too. Me too. Watching at home, wishing I wasn't at home.
We got an early lead here for the T-Wolves, though. We know this is going to be a great matchup, which I even find that crazy to say because the T-Wolves in the past were such a bad 3 versus 3 team. Just could never get it going. But I feel like this year, there's a different energy that they're playing with as T-Wolves will stay here with the ball. But it's like, I don't even want to say that it's like they care more. I just feel like they're finding such a good rhythm now of having this 3 out there. The 3 that we had envisioned that should be out there at all time for the T-Wolves.
But I feel like you wouldn't be too far off. More effort, more prep, more consistency. You are seeing who we thought we would see last year. It took them a little longer than we expected, but you are seeing this powerhouse team in one mode try to shift that powerhouse stardom to another.
Also, I know you said you don't like the double headsets because